Hey guys, how's it going? Take number 2. I was in the midst of filming the last time I was trying to do this, and I said a word. And if I let this word go, YouTube might flag it. So I decided to shut that down, redo it all over again. My name's Art. Welcome back. If you're watching this on Sunday, it'll be the last day of my vacation. If you're watching any day after Sunday, I'm back to work. Every year I have about 1 month of earned vacation, and I take it during the fall because kids are in school. Back in the day, I could, when this happens, I can go to the mall. You know, those places in America that's not really hitting that much anymore. The mall. I can go to the mall and just walk around all day and have no problems. But malls are kind of dead, so hey, it is what it is, right? Second to the last day of therapy, so I have one more session. I'll be done. Now try to figure out to do the MRI thing. Trying to set up. I have another vacation in October. Trying to set up all my appointments and the MRI, all this stuff during that week, so that way I have no problems. Ooh, what was I thinking? Threw out a lot of stuff. Work, it's been like 80 degrees here, and it's kind of hard to throw out a lot of stuff in the garage when it's hot. Our garage is not insulated, so what happened is that it's like 80 degrees outside, and it's like 15, almost like 90 to almost 100 degrees in my garage, even with the door open. And I'm like, oh. So we threw out a whole bunch of stuff, and we're in the process of throwing out more stuff. We're trying to declutter everything in this house to add more space, more room for my stuff, because I don't have room. Because this is my, tell you the truth, I live with my parents. I will do a video soon of why I live with my parents. My mom, not my dad. I'll do another video why we care. If I'll do it sometime. I had lots of plans this weekend. I was planning on doing a whole bunch of videos. Didn't happen. Cleaned some stuff out. I took a lot of figures from my room and put it down. Bought a tub, a tote, put it in there. Now all my loose figures are bagged. Ziploc quart bags. So they stay dust free in a way, and that stuff won't get mixed up. That put a small tiny dent into the little mess that's over here. My goal is by the winter, by December, the end of the year, just about everything in my room is gone. Not really gone, but out of the way, so that way I can put up shelving here for my thing that's coming in, because somewhere close to the end of the year, some big's coming for me. I could do some other stuff, but more of that later. So basically, I have to try to get off my ass, even though I've been talking, but you got to get off your ass and do it. And that's why I say to you, a lot of us have these to-do lists, and the problem is, by the time it's time to do it, you don't want to do it. We get it. That's life. But guess what? You got to do it sooner or later. So that's what I'm telling myself. Got to do it sooner or later. I was going to film some videos. I might film some videos today. Don't know what I'm filming yet, but when I do, you'll find out. The new show that came out, Agatha All Along, came out, and I was going to watch that. I'm gonna wait like another week or two before I start watching it. And a lot of people complain about it's woke. It's so woke because of one little word. And the last time when I tried to do this video, I said that one little word accidentally, and when I realized it, I said, I don't want YouTube to flag this video. I don't want to have to petition YouTube to flag this video because I said one little word. And the funny thing is, they're posting it all over the place. And even channels are talking about that one little word that they're using. So why am I get flagged and theirs don't? Probably because they make money. I don't know. But I decided, no, we won't do that. But here's a problem. Here's the thing about that. We're so intelligent. We're so in tune with everything. You don't know how to shut the brain off to just enjoy something because you have to watch it. If it's not exactly to your liking, you have to try to. You got to use your brain to try to figure out what you don't like and don't do it. Just watch it. Just watch the show. Oh, the new Batman cartoon. The Penguin's a woman. It's a different universe. Okay, different universe has different rules. That's comic book logic. That's comic book logic. Whether you think about that or not, it's what they're pandering. Who cares? They're pandering to us. A lot of people say, why is this? No one asked for this show. Guess what? A lot of stuff that come out, no one asked for. Did I ask for this show called Friends? Did I ask for that? No. Did I ask for this show called Seinfeld? No. But guess what? A lot of people love those two shows. A lot of people love the show Big Bang Theory. Did I ask for that? No. It's because what happens, it took my love of my hobbies, it made a total mockery of it, in my opinion. It's funny sometimes when I'm watching it. The only reason why it's different because I'm not as smart as those guys, but here's the question. No one asked for anything. They just put it out there to see if you like it or not. When I was younger, I wanted Star Wars movies. After Return of the Jedi, oh, we can't do it anymore. The technology's not there. How about Star Wars TV show? Oh, the technology's not there. Okay. I wanted Marvel movies. No, we got rights problems. We sold the rights to this place, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do this, and jippity. Now, guess what? Right now, Disney Plus, we got Star Wars TV shows. We got Marvel movies. We got Marvel TV shows. This is the stuff that I wanted when I was a kid, teenager-ish. And the problem is, I get it now, and people are complaining about it because, oh my God, they're pandering to somebody. Shut your brain off for a change and just enjoy it for what it is. Then after it's over, then cut your brain back on. That's my suggestion. That's how I was able to watch it. How do you able to watch this show? Simple. I turn my brain off and watch it. So I asked him, what show do you like? He said, oh, I like the Big Bang Theory. I said, I hate that show. It makes me look like a total jackass. It basically took nerd, in my opinion, it takes nerd culture and amplifies it 1,000,000 to 1. And the funny thing is that it puts everybody in that same category, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know? Millions of people watch it. What do I know? But anyway, that's my soapbox for the week. Let's get back on what you came here for. Dazzler number 1, want to see what it's all about. X Factor number 2. This X Factor reminds me of X-Force in the mid-2000s, where it was kind of reality based, like a reality TV show kind of thing. That's the kind of vibes it's giving me. And some of that was kind of funny, but it's okay. Got Witchblade number 3. Waiting to find Witchblade number 1 at a good price, so that way I can enjoy it. X-Men number 4. Love this cover. Love it. Got Destro number 5. I like this cover. And here's the thing about shutting off your brain. Destro helmet is metal. How's he talking? How's his mouth moving in a metal mask? And there's no mechanical metal thing. Or should I shut my brain off and just accept it as is? Got Darth Vader number 50. Should be the last episode of Darth Vader, because after this is Return to the Jedi. So that's what it's supposed to be. So I wonder what's going to happen. And believe me, this series has been awesome. When I picked it up late. And believe me, it's been one of my best reads every single month. Every single month. It's been awesome. Then again, how can you screw up a Darth Vader story? Who knows? And next is the reprint of Amazing Spider-Man 260. I might actually have this. If I do, it was in the. If I do have this, you would have saw it in another press video. I don't even remember what I showed you last time. But these reprints are going like crazy. Also, today is Batman Day because it's the anniversary. Was the 80th anniversary of Batman? 1939, I believe. Oh shoot! Math. (2024 minus 1939). 85th anniversary. Oh, I got it. Because Marvel is 85 years, but it used to be called Atlas Comics in the past. That's why I kept forgetting. I was like, okay, there we go. Next, let's talk about some figures. Figures. If you're a wrestling fan, and these are mostly wrestling figures, because I'm a wrestling fan. Not as much as I used to be. What I mean, I used to watch everything. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Saturday. 6 days a week we have wrestling. Some kind of wrestling on. Right now I'd rather watch YouTube than watch wrestling. But anyway. This right here is the Supreme Sting from AEW Jazzwares. It's a Walmart exclusive in the United States. Comes with 2 extra heads, 2 sets of extra hands, 2 shirts, and a cloth goods soft jacket. And usually these are like the best of AEW Jazzwares. Usually, but anyway, my friend got this for me and I'm so happy. I had this for about maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It's just been sitting in my car. Been sitting in the back seat of my car, and I was like, I think I have to take some figures into the house, right? Now I can see this everywhere. Next is the main event line, which is called they used to be called the Basics. This is Maxine Dupree, first time in the line. I usually try to get first time in the line figures because it's first time in line. Only problem is her figure is hard to find. Very hard to find. Why? I have no idea. But that's going to be hanging on the wall someday. Next is Rhea Ripley. She used to be the World Heavyweight Champion for the Women's World Champion. Oh, she's only 5'7". I'm a little bit taller than her. Interesting. Well, because she's so lean, that's why she looks so tall. And that way I could put her with my Judgment Day group. I only need one more person for Judgment Day. Only one more for so I can complete the Judgment Day before they broke up. Next, my second King Booker, so I can open this up. The original one is right there. Oh, right there. Yep, see? So I can open this up because I love Booker T, or his persona is King Booker. And I can take him out of the box. Lovely. Next is Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan. Why did I buy 2 Hulk Hogans? Because they were $7 a piece. The original one is right there. Right there. Yep, see? Now, why did I buy 2 of these? I thought about something. I bought these. I'm like, no. At first, the one that's on the wall. My friend got it for me because I didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to buy it for $22. They got knocked, and what happened is they was always sitting on the pegs until they put it down to $15 and they started disappearing. But still, some people, because a lot of people already got this, they don't really want it, so they knocked it down to $6 or $7. So I picked up 2. Now, why did I pick up 2? Well, they have a cloth goods shirt, which I can use, which is great. Necklace, sunglasses, I can use, not a problem. But the reason why I'm using it is the guitar. Why did I buy this for the guitar? All I need is a set of drums and some microphone stands. I think keyboards. Or I just need keyboard and a drum stand. I can't remember. Because I'll give you a hint. Cold Slither. Because I collect G.I. Joe Classified. Cold Slither. All I do is paint the guitars different colors. And if you're a G.I. Joe fan of the cartoon back in the day, when I just said Cold Slither, that theme song came in your head. I know it did. Next, mail call. What is this? This is a book that I've been looking for a while. I've been looking for this book for a while. Now the problem, I have this book. I have like 3 or 4 copies of this book still, I believe. But why? Oh, wow. Hey, thank you for your purchase of Fomos Comics and Pop Culture Striped Suit Studios. Pretty neat. Going to check out more of their stuff. I do have this, but I don't have it like this. Now, I'm going to show it to you. It's a 9.2. Oh, you see it? Spawn #1 slabbed at a 9.2. Now the reason I always wanted one of these slabbed. And graded, but I was hoping I can get Todd McFarlane's signature on it. So hopefully he might do an autograph signing within the next year or so. And if I had to do $100 to do it, I'm going to do it. Get his autograph on this bad boy, and I can get it graded so I can have what I truly wanted. But this is good for now. Oh, wow! Last but not least, a couple weeks ago I showed you this. So guess what? I bought another one. My comic book store said, he told me last week that he's going to have a couple of these in stock. He got in like 3 to 4 of them, and this was the last one. So the price is $109. Normally it's like $99, but he only marked it up $10 more. So it's like, hey, don't know how much he paid for it, but I got this now. Why do I buy a second one of this? I'll tell you why. Earlier this year, the G.I. Joe had a vehicle just like this called the Vamp. There's two vamps, Mark 1 and Mark 2. Mark 2 had like a missile launcher, I believe, on top. The other one had like an auto cannon of some sort. It was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. That means you only could get it from Hasbro Pulse. Now, you would think that at $100 for something like this, and if it's an exclusive, it will sell out. You would think so. Guess what? It's sold out. Hasbro Pulse premium members, when you pay for the membership, you get first crack at this. You get first crack at these things. All right? You get first crack. Now, mind you, when I was looking at it, they said limit of 5. Now, at $100 a piece, a lot of people bought 5 of these bad boys. Well, not this, of the Vamp. Some people bought 5 of these as well. But this is also an Amazon exclusive too. So guess what? There's more of these than the Vamp, which is green. And it comes with clutch. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Right now, the Vamp, which is basically the same body style as this, except for auto cannon and missile launcher and green, and it's a G.I. Joe vehicle. The average price is $300 to $400. Yes, $300 to $400. Now, am I going to spend $300 to $400 on something like this? Now you think about this. The Dragonfly Kickstarter crowdfunder, that was $300. But that thing's like 3 foot tall. That thing is huge. Okay, I paid into that, and that's fine. Okay. This will be dropping within the next couple of months. The Rattler, which I do have a smaller version of the original. I bought another original Rattler. That Kickstarter just ended. That was $300. Since I had that as a kid, I had both Dragonfly and the Rattler as a kid, I bought them. I paid into it. Not a problem, because I had it as a kid. Now, when I paid $400 for this, even though I did have the Vamp, not sure if I had the Stinger or not, but I did have the Vamp. Now, mind you, $300 is my car note. So if you really think about it, instead of dropping $300 for something like this, I could pay an extra on my car note, and my car note is one step closer to being done. I could use this to put it in my credit card to drop the credit balance down a little bit, to improve my credit score. But I felt that paying $300 for something like this was not worth it. Come again some other day. Come again some other day. So that's why I bought another one of this for $100. And I could use that for the Joes. So now I got a vehicle for my Joes and I got a vehicle for my Cobra. That's awesome for me. Of course, that means I spent like $150 this week instead of $50, but that's okay. It was well worth spending, in my opinion. But other than that, I found this in my storage unit. I was looking for this for the last year. Every time I went to my storage unit, I was looking for this. Couldn't find it. Could not find this. Found it in my storage unit recently when I went there. Now, this figure set was in 2001. 2001. The G.I. Joe versus Cobra line I thought was really cool. The only ones I wanted was Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, the one that you see right here. So basically, this is 20 years old. Last time I saw this was in pristine condition. Look at it. It was buried underneath some stuff. And I'm kicking myself because the car back is about to come off. And I'm kicking myself because, ooh, sheesh. I'm kicking myself because I'm like, ah, oh, ah. But, you know, hey, it is what it is and stuff. But that's it for this week. Hope you like it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for spending. You know what? Before I go, I want to say, out of everything, anything you could be doing in your day-to-day life, anything, chasing people, places, and things, vegging out on movies, YouTube, like I do, that you spent a good 20 to 20, up to a half an hour watching this video, and every video I do every week, is very, very humbling. Out of all the stuff that you spend doing that, and it's very humbling for me. So for that, I want to say thank you very much. And hopefully I can entertain you guys even more. Talk to you later.